Hi everybody. This thing working? All right, bit of a chat. I'm tired with London and it being dirty. So what I'm gonna do is, Arnie, you go there in the corner, right? You just sit back and relax and don't have a total recall psychosis. And I am going to load the game. And it's from 2015, so it loads very quickly and doesn't have any problems. Well, you know, none that I've experienced so far. And then we'll do the game. Yep, there it is. Right, and then what I'm going to do, because the first bit I find quite annoying and it takes a long time to load. So if I load this, and you can turn off all power to non-vital structure in one click in the grid's panel. Ah, interesting. Right, so here we go. Here's our game, and I'm making the game as slow as possible. So you start off on the planet, you've got men, you've got robots, and you build things. And the amount of material you've got, metal, bioplastic, is quite limited to supply to begin with. So we'll start off with an airlock, and we'll put in, I don't know, airlock here, for example. And then we need an oxygen generator, because that's pretty much the first thing you need. You need oxygen. Now, I don't need to know about connections, because what I'll do is I'll click there and there, and I can say connect these two structures. So once that's built, I think we're going to need some power. So we'll have a solar panel over here, for example. There we go. And we'll need to connect those two together like so. And then I'm going to build a battery, or power collector as they call it. And then a water extractor, like so. And a water tank. Water tank's not necessary. It's a nice to have, but it's not necessary. So this will provide me oxygen, power, water. So that'll be everything that the colonists need to survive the first day on Mars. And then I think the next priority after that is a mine and a processing facility. So if I build a... But first of all, we'll just get this up and running. There'll probably be a bit where it's like, oh, you have insufficient power. Yeah, there you go. Airlock's out of power. But the important thing is, now, the airlock's going to have power. Yep, that's built. So there's power flowing in. Yeah, look, the grid consumes 6.9 kilowatts and produces 30 kilowatts. So we're generating 30 kilowatts out of 30 kilowatts. And the battery, as you can see, is charging up. So the colonists will be able to go in here. They won't be able to do much at the moment. So the next thing we're going to do is build a mine. Place to extract ore from the ground needs to be placed at the base of a mountain. I mean, there's the base of a mountain. There's... I don't understand. Oh, maybe it's because it's too far away from everything else. So if I build a dorm, which is a dead end, like there, and then I can build a mine. No, still can't build a mine. Well, let's establish a connection between these two, like so. A processing plant is something we need. So we'll build that there. And now I can build a mine? Oh look, I can build a mine there. So we'll establish a connection between there and there. And we'll establish a connection between there and there, like so. So the oxygen generator, it already comes with all it needs. There's nothing to do there. The airlock, very similar thing. It's just an airlock, nothing to do there. So what we will do is just wait patiently by speeding the game up. So if I speed the game up, just sit back and relax, Arnie. Get your ass to Mars. And now it's night time, so if I look at the battery, we can see that the power grid consumes, and it's producing 15 kilowatts, so that's the discharge rate. And, oh, we're using 9.4 kilowatts. I think the reason because of that is, as we've just opened the dome, it's making as much oxygen as it can. How many colonists do I have? 7. So let's edit the contents of the structure. I'll put a bunker there, so that's 2, 4, 6, and 8. There we go. And I think, yeah, they use bioplastic. Right, so we'll bear that in mind. Because as you can see, my bioplastic is that, and my metal is that. But hey, look at that. We've got enough oxygen for our dorm. And if we look here, we're no longer overloaded. Oh, it says it is overloaded. Can I afford one of those? Let's hold off for the moment, because I think we can do with insufficient power for a bit, because as long as well, they won't freeze, will they? I don't know what the temperature is, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Right, the processing plant's been built. Oh no, not recycle. I need to edit what's inside. So we'll have a metal processor and bioplastics, like so. There we go. 3 structures low on oxygen. Yep, not much can be done about that. Just have to wait for daytime and more power. There's the mine. And they're just building a power connector to it. There we go. Power connector is up and running. We've got some beds being built. And what you're going to mine? All right, well, that's good. Oh, look at that! You can see reflections on a reflective surface. That is nice. Now this game, 2015, so it's 10 years old. This runs a lot better than a lot of games which I've seen. So I think the next building we need, we got our metals, so that's produce ore. That goes into this processor, and that turns into metal. The next thing we need is a farm or a biodome. So I can build it there. Yep. Build it there. Let's establish a connection like so. And then we are going to not build the canteen. We're going to wait until the biodome is built. So we got food. As far as I know, the colonists can just open up a packet of food, and it won't be great because it'll be cold, but, you know, it won't be terrible. It'll be better than starving. People have eaten cold food before, and the power storage is low, but that's okay because it's daytime, and come on, this looks like day to me. Why aren't you generating power? Solar power. Ah, there we go. And you're producing 4 kilowatts? 5. Power grid consumes 19 kilowatts and produces 7 kilowatts. Yeah, because you are... well, you're overloaded, yeah. Simple as. 16 kilowatts? 17? Come on, baby. There we go. 20. 21. There, we're finally no longer overloaded. So now you are recharging. And we've still got a little bit spare. Great. So now we are producing metal. That means I can do some stuff I wanted to do. So let's have a wind turbine. We'll have a wind turbine there. And we'll have a solar panel there. There we go. And survival reached. One day after landing, your people are still alive. Hooray! That's already better than a lot of things. So how do I get out of this? Can I get out of this? Yeah. Ah, there we go. Spacebar continues. All right, let's speed the game along. Oh, what are you complaining about? You're complaining about water. Right, you need water. The canteen. And I think we'll have an airlock. Where's a good place for an airlock? So we're going to say this is prioritized. So hopefully there'll be, if there's anybody free, they'll work on this next, because I don't want them to, I don't want these guys to, I mean, there's water in the thing, but there's no water dispenser. You can survive 3 days without water. And 3 structures have been built. Yeah, look at that. Charging up nicely. And we're producing 60 kilowatts, plus how much we're producing there? 5 kilowatts. There's our biodome. So we'll edit the contents of this dome. We'll have P-pont, fast production, high maintenance, starchy. There we go. Tomato, lettuce. So we can have starchy plants and slow production and low maintenance. We can do wheat. Alright, there we go. There's some plants. And this is set to high priority, but at the moment we've not got much metal. Oh dear. Do we have what we need? I don't know. I don't know how much we need. So, can I build... No, all I can build in here is a metal processor and a bioplastics. This is why I've restarted this game a few times. I'm just looking at the statistics, like it consumes on the 0.5 kilowatts and it's consuming 0. Alright, there we go. I think we could do with some more robots in this place. Come on, please carry on with the construction. There we go. I wonder what the other robot's doing, because I've got 2 of them. Yep, 0. Right, so I can't edit it until this walkway's built. And so if I put in no, not the meal maker, a drinking fountain, so that would be absolute priority number 1. Creates meals from vegetables or vitro meat. If there's enough variety of ingredients, it will create nicer meals that restore morale. Tabletop 4 colonists can eat their meals. The screen colonists can watch the news and other shows. So that needs bioplastic. Right. The bioplastic will be there soon. So we'll do that. We'll have a meal maker. And can we... Yeah, we can have a video screen. Doesn't actually matter where I put this video screen, so I'll just stick it there for now. And a decorative plant. Hey, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Well, you know what? Actually, let's recycle all of this, because I'm getting ahead of myself. Definitely need a meal maker, definitely need a drinking fountain. I wish I could make that high priority, but I can't. Oh, and then go back to get out of it. So there, here comes a colonist, and he's bringing in bioplastics, like so. And the colonist is building it. Ah, right, so the colonist can work inside. And there's the meal maker. So currently it's consuming 2 kilowatts of power. And there's a drink dispenser. Right, now the colonists can all have a drink. Yeah, that's it. Self-sufficiency is reached. Huzzah! Well, no, don't recycle. Edit. Put in a table. Put in a video screen like so. Put in a decorative plant there. I think that'll do. And you know what? We'll have another table here. So there's 2 places that colonists can sit down. Can hold a total of 8 colonists at one time. Hey, come on, buddy. Stop hugging the drinking fountain. This guy's gasping for a drink. Hey, there we go. I don't know why you couldn't have just put a tap into the water collector and said, yeah, here's some water. But no, game rules are game rules. You have to build a water dispenser to do it. Ah, finally. Here comes a colonist, marching us to war. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's the good stuff. I can feel their relief. Come on, get a drink, you've earned it. Video screen's been built. Planet News. People can drink now. More news at 10. That was the news. So what we're doing, we're consuming 2.5 units of water, which is not surprising. I mean, everyone's just like... Now, here's a thing. Where do they go to piss? Do they just, like, go to the biodome and piss in it? Wait, we already need some maintenance here. Oh, that's where we make spares. Right. So they're still offloading stuff from the colony ship. Meals, medical supplies, spares. Well, if you like pasta, you're alright. If you don't like pasta, then you ain't going to enjoy life on Mars. Now we're doing for power. I mean, you're producing as much as you can. I think what this is telling me is I need more power collectors. So, problem is, am I producing any metal? I'm producing ore. I'm going to assume that I am. Use mouse wheels or RF keys. No. Well, actually, you know what? It produces power, so yes. And then a power collector. I can afford one. Ah, but then it costs resources to connect them. Well, this is going to be interesting. Table has been built. Now the robot needs maintenance. And that's they're having their first meals. That's good. There we go, solar panel is moving. I wonder if that costs any power to do that. And there's still a bit of metal. So I think, if I can justify it, if this processing plant does its job, I will soon be able to have producing 42%. Don't know what that means really, but I'm going to build a storage facility at some point. No, it's got a maintenance thing. I've got no idea how to do maintenance, and I really hope it's automatic. Oh wait, you're just going to run off after depositing the... Why don't you build it, dickhead? No, what my con's doing, you're having a meal, and you're just holding a clipboard whilst looking at plants. Who's working in the mines? You're just standing around. What do I pay you guys for? But you don't pay them anything. Oh yeah, I don't. Now we're doing for power. Well, you're fully charged, that's good. So we've got the second battery up. And hopefully this means during night time we won't have so many overloading issues. We shall see. So I have 0 bioplastics. I have 0 metal. And I don't actually know how bioplastic is made. So if I look at this, for example, creates bioplastics from starch. Right, and I'm making starch, aren't I? Because I've got starchy. So yeah, I've got lettuce, wheat, mushrooms, and peas. So peas will produce starch. That produces vegetables. This just produces vegetables, and that produces starch. So there is a little bit of starch. There's not much. So that's what's holding us back. But anyway, that's going thump, thump, thump. So I assume that means it's working. And if I click there, 3.5 kilowatts. Very efficient for a forge, but that's good. Right, so we just speed things along for the moment. Yeah, got some vegetables. Now I hope they're loading the vegetables into the meal maker. Got some ore. Now let's have a look at some other buildings. Let's try and plan a strategy. Canteen, dorm, cabin, biodome, processing plant. Probably need another biodome at some point. Factory to create processed goods from basic resources. Multi-purpose leisure and fitness building. A bar. Storage. Sick bay. Hope nobody goes sick. Facility to produce medical supplies and also to grow synthetic meat. Control center. So I think of all these buildings, I probably need a factory next, because then I can make more advanced stuff. So I've got starch. Let's hope they load the starch up into the thing. I mean, both of those guys need... I got spares. So how is maintenance done in this? Oh, we need apparently 28 kilowatts of power. Well, the main thing is I can't build anything until that's done. You will need to manage a variety of resources. Yeah, ore and starch, semiconductors and guns. Resources decay are not to disintegrate, not in storage side component. It's important to keep it in a safe place. Resources from the colony ship more durable, take long to disintegrate, but it's still a good idea to store them eventually. Right, so spares. Spares are used to maintain solar panels and wind turbines periodically. They can produce at the spares workshop component of the factory from metal and bioplastic. If you run out of spares, you'll eventually run out of power too, which causes the oxygen generator to stop functioning. Planetbase, you have to build a planet, an whole thing, yeah. Bots. They don't need to eat, sleep or breathe, but they do need to be maintained at some point. An engineer can do that, or latest begin an automatically bot auto repair. Bots have a limited lifespan, so at the time the cost to operate, cease to operate, have to be recycled. Oh, I see. So they do eventually go, and I assume colonists have a lifespan as well. All right. So the spare parts aren't used by the bots; they're just used to maintain infrastructure. Condition very poor. KO. Oh, but the colonists can repair them. So we're still waiting on products here. And we've produced a decorative plant. So we've got a bit of starch. Well, I think so far things are working well. I don't want to tempt fate, but I would say we're doing all right. We just need this to be built, really, which requires metal, which requires ore, which requires it being processed. So the bottleneck is the processing plant. And at the moment, I don't think I can speed that along much as I'd like to. But here he comes, and he's building it. He's finally done it. Hey, that's great. And what are we producing? We're producing 30 kilowatts. And power grid consumes 29, produces 50. So the wind turbines, along with the batteries. No, we're not even dipping into the battery supply. Well, this is great news. So I think next on the agenda is... Oh... Yeah, you know what? We are going to increase production. So we'll have another metal processor, like so. And then we'll just do that and nothing else. So that once it's built, we can then do the next thing. And I really want to build a storage, even though we got a colony ship. But we'll build the storage, and then we can recycle the colony ship. And it will be a nice to have, but not essential. I think, unfortunately, yeah, I built things too close. Not to worry. So we'll just wait for... Yeah, metal's been produced, and now go and pick up the metal and build... There we go. We built ourselves a metal processor. Now if I edit the contents of the building, build some bioplastics like so. And yeah, let's just wait for things to get done, really. There we go. Bit of ore goes in. Hint, security controls. Alert status of colony. 3 minute, no alert. Yellow alert. All colonists stay indoors and mates and guards for extended duty. You might choose to stay during the disaster to prevent colonists from getting hurt. Same as yellow alert, but all colonists try and attack any intrudes with weapons. So I need to go security controls panel. Where's that then? Base management? Charts, grids, stats, text, milestones. Permission security controls requires a control center. I hope everybody understands. What if I disable airlock? There we go. The airlock's turned off until I turn it back on. Well, at least the wind turbines are working well. Yep, got a lot of vegetables, got starch, got ores, and look, got a bar of metal. And it's over? Right, so we can turn you back on then. Oh, were you in the mine all that time? You were. Oh well. Bet you're looking forward to being back indoors, where you can eat some delicious, I don't know, pasta? I hope you enjoy vegan food, because that's all we got for the moment. Yeah, you got some water. Now you're refilling your meal indicator. Low stats. The cars perform task at reduced speed. Well, go and have a nap then. So there he goes. He's off to the dormitory to do some dormying. To sleep is, in French, is dormir, so I think that's why we call them a dormitory. That's it. Get your sleep in. So we've got bioplastic, we got one bit of metal, and I think I want to build a thing. So I'm going to save the game here, because I really want to build my storage. But as you can see, it takes 2 of each, which is a lot. And then, of course, it doesn't just take 2, because you've got to connect the thing as well. So that takes... So, in other words, it takes 3. Because the connection is thing... That's a lot of resources. And you know what? I feel like I'm being constrained. Is there a thing where I can just give myself, like, 10 extra metal? So if what's this game called? Planetbase? Planetbase. Yeah, there we go. There's Planetbase. And play. Max health, nutrition, hydration, max sleep, max morale, max wind speed, max bot condition, max box integrity, unlimited power, water, oxygen, fast build, freeze time, free trade. I think fast build... No... Well, let's make the... So what can I do? I'll have... Let's make some stuff easy for me. And... do that. And then I don't need those. Yeah, I think that'll do for the moment. Unfortunately, there's no cheats for resources, so instead what I'm going to do is the sort of roundabout way. I'm going to make them different. Do I want to answer that? I do.